Hello guys, in this video now we need just to check few queries and to get familiar with SQL coding. First you need to access while we connect, of course. Here we have the diagram from the previous videos. You can access to file, and in file you can select new, and from here we need to pick a query with current connection. We have database engine query, analysis surface MDX, DMX, XMLA, etc. We pick the first one. And the query now, if I try to type, select, see, it's a smaller bit. So maybe you need to increase the font. In that case, access to tools, options, and in environment, the first tab, you have fonts and colors. Increase it, make it maybe 15, 16. It's white currently, maybe you change it to something else, depending on your need. And now I think it's a reasonable size. So the code which we start with it is select. And with this select, I don't want immediately to build the code because I want to show you how to build it by using this database diagram. So that's why let us open a notepad in our SQL database. The command is select. Now with this select, what do I want to select? Either I will select a field or a column from the database, from the table, or I will select everything in that table. If I want to pick everything, then I will just add asterisk. And then I need to add a from, and after that I need to name the database. Now the database, which is the table here, the name of it is going to be, this is the main name and this is the second name. So if you take a look to this sales.staffs, it is like this, sales.staffs. So this is the name we need to mention when you build your query. So that's why I want to get everything from sales.staff. Back to our query. So the name of it is sales.staffs, and we used to put go, but even if we don't put it right now, there is no problem because we have an execute. It will be fine. Select everything from sales.staffs and go execute, and as you see I get the result. So it tells me now about the first name for the staff in addition to staff ID, last name, and all other information. Now in the same screen you can run more than one query. Let us see this one. This is the first query with go. And here I will add another query. Again, select everything, but this time from production.brands. Now, if I run it, here I have two independent queries. The system now provides the answer to me in two separated windows. The first one is for sales and the second one is for production. Time now to start to add some conditions. And the condition or the filter, we can add it by using where. But before that, there is another technique. With this technique, I will select only the first three in the staff table. So in that case, I can come to this query, select. Yes, I want to select everything, but before that, I can put top 3, which means the first 3 to be provided, and as you see only the first 3 in there. If I put with the second query top 4, then the first 4 rows will be displayed for me. And let us have one example. Use where. I will delete this. If I run now, there is nothing to run. Now what I want to run, I need to select the staff ID, first name, email, phone, and the store ID. Let us check the query. So here I want to pick all of these. From where? From bikestores.sales.staffs, and we need to add now the condition. But before we get the condition, let us run it first. And this is the result. We pick up everything in the table. Now if you want, you can add where staff ID, and here start to give you some options. We can say where staff ID equal 7. If I run it now, so only number 7 record is being displayed. And I can add, if I want to get a staff ID 7 or 6, I can add or staff ID again equal 6. Run it now. We have 6 and 7. Another option we can use, we can say where staff ID is greater or equal 4. And delete this one. If I run it now, so here we have from 4 to 10. If you say is less than or smaller than or equal 4 and run it, we have from 1 to 4. So as you see, we have the query. All the queries have the same idea. Select first what do you want to display, from which database. Here I mention even the main name of the database, which is bike stores, and then sales.staffs. And finally, you put your condition. Now keep in your mind, in the future, you might need to deploy complicated queries. What do I mean by complicated queries? Like you want to pick elements from one table and some elements from another table, and the condition which we are going to put is in case the staff ID in staffs here is equal the staff ID in orders. In that case, display the information. But this is a bit early at this stage. Here we just try to approach some codes, and you have this file. You have already a file, and that file, I just want you to download it. It has already the code, and then run it. But if you type the code by yourself, it might be even better to get familiar with it. So this is what we have with just this basic practice lab, and we need to continue in the next video. Thanks for watching.